Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Victoria. I'm a mum of 5 in the UK. On this channel, I do home education, motherhood, homemaking, charity shop hauls. My large family, unfiltered, raw video diaries are now on Patreon, and I'll link that below. And today, I just wanted to talk about appreciating a nice, quiet, repetitive home life. That doesn't sound like something to be appreciative of, but it really is something we need to be appreciative of. So to start off with, I want to read something that I got off Deep Breaths and Small Steps. A boring home life. We often complain about the repetitiveness of our days. Day in, day out, the same. Morning alarm, breakfast, housework, work, looking after everyone else. Dinner, baths, bed, wake up, repeat. But do we ever stop to think how much peace is in consistency? How lucky we are if every day is the same. No big disasters or nasty surprises. How there is so much value in enjoying home life. To get up and do the same tasks day and night is actually a blessing. Laying your head on a pillow at night and thinking of what to cook for dinner the next day is a level of restfulness some people will never experience in their whole lives. This world can be cruel and unnecessary. So if you have the peace of a boring home life, you really have won the lottery in life. And I read that late at night, and it really struck a chord with me. Because, we'll look at it from a worldwide perspective first. One, there's so much drama going on in the world at the minute. And if you live in the UK, you know what I'm talking about. There's so much drama going on in the UK at the minute. And to be able to shut the door on that and to be at home and focus on the things in your own four walls, no matter how mundane, whether it's washing the pots or cleaning the floor or cooking meals, there is comfort to be found in the regular rhythms of life, the things that we do day in, day out, the things that we do to keep our family happy and our household running. The small ways that we can keep our world within our own four walls a safe, comforting place for our children. And it's a world that we can control what goes on in our house. We can't control what's going on out there. You know, we're worried about things that are going on out there. But for the most part, what goes on in our own four walls, we can control that. And there is a comfort in that. Knowing that no matter what goes on out there, everything in your house is the same. It's the same routine. It's the same things you're doing. You're creating these little islands of stability for your children. It's like, I know this isn't remotely on the same level as what's going on in the world right now, but it's like I had a really tough time at secondary school. I detested secondary school, especially for the first 3 years. I hated it. And there was islands of stability because I knew that when I got home, my mum was there. I could go upstairs and get out of my school uniform, have a wash. I come downstairs, my mum was there, she cooked me tea and it was always something nice. And then we could wind down and I could forget about what had happened at school. And that happening every single day. I don't know if that was boring for my mum at the time, having to be there, to be domestic, to be cooking stuff at the same time every single day. But it was an island of stability that kept me going and kept things nice and comforting, and home was something that was to be looked forward to. And I'm hoping that I'm creating these little islands of stability for my children. Like in winter, every night in winter, my mum used to go and fill our hot water bottles up and put them in the bed for us. And I remember my mum stood in the kitchen in her dressing gown, filling our hot water bottles up. This thing that may have seemed repetitive to her and another job to do to her, but it was another form of security and comfort that I knew my mum was going to do, and that she was taking care of us. So I'm trying to think of it like that when I find jobs repetitive or boring, that I'm creating little routines and little moments of comfort, little things that my kids can take for granted, and I want them to take them for granted because I will always be there. I'm sorry about the screaming in the background. It's my toddler downstairs playing with something, and he gets a bit excited. And the other thing is, the last few years have hit our family hard. My husband's been ill. I've developed a chronic illness. The things that are going on in the world. We're also embroiled in the middle of a court case. And the more I'm taken away from my family for things like seeing the police, going to court, going to the doctors, being referred to the hospital, all these things that are taking me away from my family when I don't want to be, for things that are awful, the more I appreciate how truly amazing and blessed we are when we can just stay at home and we can just have that home life, which has no nasty surprises and no big disasters. And it's just, it makes me, I mean, I do want variety. It's important to have things to look forward to, and it's important to get out of the monotony occasionally. But having had a taste of big surprises and nasty things and things that take you away from home, the more I appreciate being at home and the rhythms and the routines of home. When all this drama, I can't do anything about my chronic illness, but with all this drama with court and everything, which I will tell you about as soon as I can, it's all on Patreon, but I can't talk about it on here till it's all over with. But the more I crave a quiet, boring home life, and the more I appreciate it for what it is. It's not boring. It's being safe and secure, and that's everything. All that matters is my home life, the running of my home, my children. And, we shouldn't take it for granted. We shouldn't just think, oh, this is repetitive and boring, this is dull, because it's not. It's everything. Having a peaceful home. And that's what I want more of. I want to be at home with my kids. And I want to make it a safe place. And I want to put the best I can into things. Not just my children, but the jobs that are there to benefit my children and there to benefit the running of the household. And that's what I'm going to do. I need to put more energy into this boring home life, which is not boring. And remind myself that even after all this drama is over, that it is not boring, it is everything. And I probably rambled a bit there, but that's how I feel. So if you like that video, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time, my loves. Bye-bye.